Right, Vic, you can kick us off. So just tell us a little bit about Tortoise.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, obviously, it's written by Alexandra Ma, and I met Alex because she wrote the pilot that my partner was in, and I thought, wow, this writing is like so special, and I just really wanted to sort of work with her. I thought she was such a brilliant writer. And tell you about Tortoise, I think it's probably best that Alexandra tells.
Yeah, Alex, tell us a bit about where did the idea come from for Tortoise? Tell us a little bit about it.
Great. So hopefully you can hear me. I wasn't sure if I muted my microphone.
No, we can hear you.
Great. So it's actually come over a number of years, the idea for this film, and it's vaguely the starting point came from a play by J.M. Barrie called Mary Rose, which I first became aware of when I was a teenager, and it kind of plays with the idea of time and what we expect from life and when, and then I read a story in the newspaper about a girl who had become sort of involved in some similar themes that we look at in Tortoise. And I don't want to say what they are just because it would be a bit of a spoiler for the film. But it's been an evolving idea over many years, and it deals with the idea of time. So it's possibly quite apt that it was an idea that developed over a number of years.
And for a composer actually writing music for you and doing that rather than just getting library music. So tell us a bit about that, Erland. How did you get involved and how did you approach the music for the film? You're muted, Erland. I've unmuted you. You're good now.
Good. You control me. That's easier. I was really honored to come on board and help tell this story. I really felt it had a hopeful arc to it, and but there were so many layers of narrative within it that both producer and director and writer Alex and Vic kind of just let me go off and do what I wanted to do, which was for me an absolute delight. I mean, it's kind of, I remember handing it in, the score, a bit like handing your homework in, expecting 100,000 revisions of that's way off or you've gone the wrong way there, but it was very, very close, and that's a very satisfying thing to kind of feel that we're all very much on the same story driven and creative level. And I really enjoyed approaching it with layers of sound and also orchestral elements as well. So I was able to bring in some classical orchestration as well as kind of darker electronic elements. But actually it was my first film score, so it's a joy to be here, and it was a joy to work on it with you.
Fantastic. It's lovely to have you at the festival. So Alex, what's next for you? Alex and Vic, are you going to be working together again? What's the next project?
I'm currently working on a new short called The Cunning, and that will shoot hopefully very soon. And it's about witches. So we're going in a different direction with that one, and we'll look forward to bringing a completely different century to life for that film. Great excitement, lots of writing, lots of planning, and it just feels like even though we're in lockdown, there's things that you can be doing to prepare and to write and to plan for the future. So lots of that going on at the moment for me. And Vic, I know you've got projects coming as well.
Yes, so it's quite funny, Neil, because I remember I did the red carpet for the Manchester Film Festival in 2019. And then the interviewer, he's so great. I can't remember his name, but he's so funny. He said, to the producer, he was like, well, you're like the unsung hero. I'm not saying I am the unsung hero, but he said like, oh, the producer is often like the unsung hero of a project, which I don't necessarily agree with. but I kind of directed that film, and I always really wanted to produce a film to sort of really learn the craft, you know, and what goes into it. And I went into it probably, you know, I would say maybe a bit naively, but I learned a lot. So I'm definitely going to go back to directing, which is my first kind of love. So I'm working on a project with, or 2 different projects with one of the producers at David Beckham's 99, Studio 99. So that's exciting. And who knows? I mean, I would love to work with Alex in the future. I think she's, as I said before, she's such an amazing writer. So I'm very excited to see what she does next. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. I know Tortoise is playing in the first shorts block. I hope everyone really enjoys it, and we really hope to welcome you all back physically to Manchester Film Festival in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.